What's up, Dirty Cones? That was Peter Tosh, Steppin' Razor, one of my favorite, ultimate, greatest reggae songs of all times. And I love Peter Tosh, and because he was the revolutionary one of the Wailers. Bob was, you know, more love, peace, and well, Bunny's got pretty revolutionary, but Peter started, like, he was the first rebel, so I love him. So anyway, I have, should I say guest or victim? Or kidnappee? Could be either one. So I have one of your moms. I got a cone mom, and I'm not giving her back until you all do 500 burpees. And you don't know if it's your...
Only 500?
Well, yeah. Well, if they all do 500,
okay.
That's about 4 hours.
That's about 4 hours of burpees.
4 hours of burpees, okay. on average.
All right.
All right.
It's not too much to ask.
Yeah, no. She birthed you, and you're a dirty cone. I mean, she's like, get that thing out of me. You're lucky I didn't abort you. I mean, geez, because you're a cone.
You're lucky to be breathing.
Exactly.
You're lucky to do 500 burpees.
Oh, see, that's a cone mom. That's what that made a hardcore cone mom. He better be hardcore.
Shit.
Or is he a big wussy?
Oh, not be that.
I hope not. Don't embarrass your mother.
Don't embarrass your mother.
Oh.
Don't embarrass your mother.
So this is why in fact, maybe I shouldn't give her until all cones have graduated and gotten their beret, because, you know, I mean, that's worth a mother's bounty.
Indeed.
Yeah, and if not, then she won't. That's the only way to free her.
That's it.
Oh, it's like the t-shirt.
Ah.
You gotta kill one, be one, or sleep with one to get one. So, if you want to free your mom, I'm just saying. 500 burpees. That's it. It's not a lot to ask compared to what we could have asked.
Not that bad.
Yeah.
Don't cry about it.
No.
I was in labor for more than 15 hours.
Ooh, because of the head.
500 burpees isn't that. I would rather have done 500 burpees. Any mother would have.
Wow. I feel a cone mom's kind of like a Spartan mom.
A little bit.
Yeah. Because that's what it takes, right?
That's right.
Did you punish him a lot?
Yes. With love.
Did you make him do like arm circles?
Sometimes.
You cut the lawn with scissors?
If it requires it. Scissors, toenail clippers.
You might know it's your mom, but it might not be, because maybe I'm using a voice modulation thing, so this may not be her real voice.
It might not be your mother.
Oh, it's for sure one of your mothers.
One of your mothers.
So, you better all 500 burpees. And write down in the comments, I did 500 burpees because I love my mom. And then get on flowers.com, order her some flowers. Why? Just because.
Just because.
And this is good for moms, so this will make you good. Or if you got a wife, just because I was thinking about you. Just because.
It's a thoughtful gift.
That's all they want. Gratitude.
It's gratitude.
It's not a lot to ask.
It's not that much.
Not much. All right.
500 burpees.
500 burpees.
Make it happen.
Soon. Please, because I'm torturing
Release
her.
Me from this prison.
Taking her to hot yoga and then making her waterboard me.
Oh my God.
Don't make your mother waterboard me at hot yoga. Which I'm telling you, when they start talking about waterboarding, I'm like, well, we do worse than that on a Thursday. That is not that bad.
Not that bad. Just some water.
So we waterboarded each other, and it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad. Nice.
I enjoyed it.
Very pleasant.
Took me to a happier place.
Happy place.
Because that's what you have to do. You know, you end up in these bad places, you know.
Find your happy place.
Find your happy place. Sometimes it's okay to close your eyes.
It's okay to close your eyes.
But just keep breathing.
That's right.
Because every jump I've ever done has been night and water. Because
Dark things.
Because my eyes were closed and I was peeing.
There you go.
On my final Rams qualification, we were circling for like an hour and a half, and I needed to pee, and we were in wetsuits.
Oh,
so finally, I'm just like, oh. And the jump master, it's Art Boyd. He's retired, so I can say. And he looks, and he's like, what? And I'm like, I needed to pee, dude. I couldn't hold it anymore. And he shakes his head, and then finally we got to jump. And then we got stuck there. They couldn't land because something gone wrong with the fueling, so they had to go back. And it was my 23rd birthday.
Oh my God.
So I got to stay. They were like, okay, 2 of you have to stay. The rest of us are going. And I'm like, hey, you talk to the staff sergeant. I'm like, dude, we should stay. It's my birthday. He's like, okay, we'll stay. And we stayed, and we went out, and so we got to go get clothes from the BX and then get reimbursed because all we had was wetsuits, which showed me the lesson. You should always wear your shorts underneath your wetsuit when you're working because you never know. And that you should never wear a shirt that says "Kill a commie for your mommy." In the 80s, I know a guy, my mentor, and he was wearing that shirt, and when they jumped onto a Russian trawler to save a guy who'd been hurt in a boiler explosion, when they took off their wetsuits, he had on his "Kill a commie for your mommy" shirt, so he had to be in his wetsuit the whole time because they didn't want to offend him because they were,
What?
Yeah. So always wear shorts underneath your wetsuit.
Dress for an emergency.
Or emergency. Unless you're wearing a kilt, which you shouldn't be in a kilt for work. But, yeah, we're good. But, if,
better to have it not needed than needed.
Exactly. So, have fins will travel.
Have fins will travel. Save your mother.
Save your mother. Only 500 burpees.
That's it.
Is that asking too much?
Not if you want to have great stories.
No.
If you want to go have great adventures.
Yeah, and be worthy of your mother.
That's right.
To be worthy of your patronage. Is that possible? Next one.
I feel like it is.
Look, this podcast brought to you by HEB Plus at 1604 in Bandera. 26 current locations of HEBs all around San Antonio here to help you. The Hebe. The first time I saw that, I'm like, dude, they don't like Jewish people here. And then I went, no, it's HEB. I'm like, no, it's not. It says Hebe. Well, I was a cone.
You were.
I was a cone. And my mother was in labor for 24 hours.
Yes.
Almost died.
Yes, that's right. That's not an easy way to get you into this world.
My other favorite song by Pato Banton, Celebrate, about the release of Nelson Mandela from prison. It's a really good song. So hopefully they'll both sue me, and then I'll gain notoriety, and then their songs will again, and then I'm like, oh yeah, we can't sue that dude because he helped us out. Because is it good? Is it bad? It is what it is. Wow. But so save your mother. Everybody, look, help me. Help me. Save me. If you love me. Oh man. This is gonna...
Okay.
The Cone Network will know.
Come on, guys.
So...
Okay.
Oh. Speaking of cones, I think we turn it off. That way it's good for the environment. Our cone... Our little cone is leaving the nest.
Our cone is leaving the nest.
Yeah.
The last cone of 2018.
Last cone 2018. So, if for those of you who don't know, I've had a cone live with me for 2 months. It's been very interesting because he is the antithesis of me, and I'm the antithesis of him. He's logic and order and thought, and I'm chaos and destruction and mayhem.
That's true.
I was thinking about if I was going to name my reindeer.
Yeah.
Thrasher. There was a bunch of them. They were pretty funny.
Those are good.
And then I forgot.
Well, we'll come back to you.
Yeah. Thrasher was a good, because that was the first one.
Thrasher and somebody else and somebody else. And
Yeah.
somebody else. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll work on that.
Let's see. So, he's a good cone.
Yes.
And we had a Karate Kid moment, which I really, really enjoy. Because I was showing him how to do things, and he was like, I don't understand, or you don't make sense. And then he went to Brian Silva's thing, the most professional pararescue course thing, that whatever you want to call us, is. They had banners and waivers, legit professional. And then his instructors had all been students of mine. And then seeing where they are now, to have come from, the caveman to where they're, full nose breathers and And like when they stood up, I was like, hey, because it was like the cone was totally because I haven't seen them in a while. So to see them now at their full Jedi potential,
the circle had been completed.
Yeah, the master.
The student surpassed the teacher.
Which is what's supposed to happen.
Absolutely.
Evolution.
Absolutely.
If the people coming behind you aren't better than you,
right, you're not a good teacher.
You're not a good teacher.
Right. Wow, so well done.
Yeah. Well, no. They're all them. But well done for them. But that was it was awesome, and then we had Italian food, and these cones were huge, like huge,
big men,
big men, like big. So I was like, all right. Because if you're gonna be a PJ, you gotta be big or you gotta be small.
Okay.
I think there's no real medium sized PJs.
Okay.
They all seem to be big or small. No, they're gonna be good looking. And good hair.
Yeah.
They're all
important.
Yeah. So, and that all comes from a good mom.
Comes from a good mom.
Because you get your hair from your mom's dad.
Yeah.
So it's all due to your mom.
You're welcome.
So yeah, you better have a good mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom, for that too.
Yeah, thanks,
and
Mom.
for that.
So maybe an extra 50 burpees for good hair.
Just saying.
Just saying.
It's an add-on.
All right. If you really love your mom, if you
have
really
good hair,
love your mom,
you gotta add it on.
yeah. If you don't have good hair, then
Okay.
tell your mom, thanks, Mom.
Say thanks anyway.
Thanks anyway. Thanks for the hair, Mom.
Yeah, right. It's fine.
It's fine.
Don't quit.
Don't quit. Don't ever quit.
No.
You can't quit.
Bad hair, good hair.
Bad hair, good hair. Got to keep going. You know, can't have a bad hair day in pararescue. No. Even though you are having, that's what the helmets are there for. Because your helmet, your hair is on fire because shit's gone. Whoa! But nobody can tell that you're having a helmet fire because of your good hair.
There you go.
But when you take off your helmet, you might have a. I always had a fro. And you're like, what the fuck is up with that?
Thanks, Mom.
No, thank you, Mom. I loved it. my first 2 years in the Air Force, I had a blonde mohawk.
A blonde mohawk?
A blonde mohawk. And I would keep it gelled down during the day.
Wow.
And nobody knew. Whether me and another guy, Luigi, both had long hair. He had really long hair. His hair was really long, but we kept it gelled down during the day. And Mike Malt's like, how much product are you putting in your hair? And Luigi's like,
wow,
like that.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It was, we had it gelled down.
A ritual.
Yeah.
No kidding. Okay, that's interesting.
And then Friday night, I would just
let it do its thing.
let
it out.
It was a modified PJ flat top.
There you go.
Yeah, which is what I pretty much have still.
So your modified PJ.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. You were telling a story about your cone.
My cone. Oh yeah, you should get back to him. It's like being with my dad, but in a younger version. Because my dad is so my dad's dad was a UDT guy and blew out his eardrums on Okinawa.
Oh my goodness.
Where I was stationed and got to surf. So I surfed above where he was getting shelled. My dude. So that made my dad, and my dad's totalitarianism. He was a cop.
Right.
Sergeant major, hardcore. So then I'm the refraction of my father. And then, so here is my father incarnate. And he, I'm getting to talk to him and say, hey, we could just be a little bit nicer. And he's smiling more.
He's smiling.
He never smiled when he first got here. I tell him a joke.
Yeah.
They would get
didn't think they were that
nothing.
funny.
He didn't.
You were funny. Now you're funnier.
Because he went to Brian's and he had the Karate Kid wax on, wax off. This has no potential. What are you trying to teach me? Oh my God, this makes perfect sense. Hot yoga, hot Pilates, and lots of underwaters. Maybe a little bit more buddy breathing with him. But then it started reminding me of how I trained every night, sat in my car, or not in my car, but on my bed, and held my breath, put on my mask, traced my mask, looked up, put my snorkel on my mouth, cleared it, put it down, did that again. Sat in front of stood in front of the mirror and did underwater strokes. Laid on my bed and did right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg. When we got the knots, sitting on my bed, holding my breath, tying my knots. Tying all 3 knots, tying them eyes closed, tying them upside down, just whatever. But every night was, you got off at 5:30, but you were stretching and working and writing down the PJ Creed every day in a brainwashing that others may live. Excuse me, which, good, bad, I've had conversations with some guys that are like, they brainwashed us, dude. And I'm like, yeah, but it's for good, so it's okay. And then I remember, I brainwashed myself at a young age when I found this album called The Surf Punks. And it was all about surfing, and the ocean view makes it worthwhile, and just Malibu's greatest surf spot, and no photography, and just, you just live soulfully. And I wasn't born to work 9 to 5. I wasn't born to put up with that jive. I was born to surf. So before the Air Force was brainwashing me, I brainwashed myself, because I had this from the age of 87, so I've been 12. So 12 to 16, every night I played this album, brainwashed myself into surfing being the ultimate thing, which surfing always was the ultimate thing, but I reaffirmed this in a Tony, what's that dude's name? Tony Robbins kind of a way of reaffirmation. And then, so that way the Air Force brainwashing went in with it, and it was good, but that allowed me when I got out to not be so attached to where I'm like, I have no purpose. Because my purpose was always to get back to surfing. Because I became a PJ, so I could be free and be like, you know what, I've earned my freedom, paid my time, and I'm going to go do the worst thing I can find, because that'll be awesome. And because you get to help people, and getting to help people, is like the greatest thing in the world. Because anybody can hurt anybody, anybody can destroy, but how many people get to help people?
Help and heal.
Help and heal. But in a really fun way, because you're getting paid to get drunk with your friends.
Absolutely. All
So,
over the world.
all over the world.
Friends,
Surfing
people,
paid me to
adventures.
surf.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So if we can help this cone, he would be the perfect cone, because the Marine cone, who has taken the Marine brainwashing, but able to temper it with an Air Force brainwashing,